going to show you how to play the picking pattern to Dust in the Wind, and it's going to be easy as 1, 2, and me. So basically I'm breaking it down, the pattern, in 2 parts. First of all, is the best thing to do is hold a C chord while you're learning it. You could try to learn it without holding the C chord for the pattern, but when it's time to start holding the C chord and doing the pattern at the same time, you're going to notice it's going to get difficult again. So the best part is just hold a C chord. So we're going to do it in, here's the first step of the picking pattern. We're just going to show you one little part of it, and then you're going to learn that little part and play it over and over and over. We'll do it like 12 times each time. And then we're going to put 1 and 2 together. So here's the first part. First part, you're going to go ahead and you're going to pluck A and the B string. And then you're going to pluck, after that, you're going to pluck the D string and G string. And what we're going to do is keep in mind how many times the notes we did there. We did 3 notes on that first one. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So remember that. 1, 2, 3. Let's go ahead and practice that 12 times. Okay, you ready? This is part 1. 1. That's 1 time. 2 times. 3 times. 4 times. 5 times. 6 times. 7 times. 8 times. 9 times. 10 times. 11 times. 12 times. So you probably know that by now. You can easily just do that. Now we're going to do the second part of that picking pattern. The second part of the picking pattern is going to be the same chords, same notes. Instead of plucking that first 2, you're using them strings, the A string and B string, and you're going to do it 4 times in those notes. So this is number 2. So you're going to push the A, B, and then D, G. That's our second part. Let's learn that second part. And this time it's 4 times. So with the 1 and 2 together, it's going to be 7 times. So the second part is going to be 4 notes. So it'll be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's do that 12 times. And I want to keep in mind, learning this, you want to use your thumb. Always pick like this, because if you try adding 4 fingers in there, it makes it really hard to pick each string. So use the thumb to pick the A string and D string. Use that. And then you want to go ahead and use your pointer finger for the G and middle finger for the B. So let's go ahead. Let's do the second part now. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 notes. So you can go ahead and pick the A, B, D, G. Let's practice that 12 times. And remember, it's 4 notes. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it 12 times. And remember the thumb. Read these 2 notes here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. let's go ahead and put 1 and 2 together. Let's do 1 really, because we know what it is. We just go, this is the 1, remember that one? That's 1. Now let's do 2. That's 2. 1, 2. Back to 1, 2. 1, 2. Now let's count to 7. So we know when we finish the last note, it would be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you get confused and you start forgetting, go back of 1 and 2 again. So we know what 1 is. We'll do 2. We know what 2 is. So if you can go back and do it all over again, play that 1 12 times, then the second time 2 12 times, and then go back to put them together. So we'll do 1. Let's do 2. Let's do 1. 2. 1. 2. So I hope that helps you out. It makes it so you can pick the pattern with an easier way of remembering it than just trying to remember each note. That's how you'll get eventually. You won't even think about 1 or 2 anymore. You would just go. And that's 1 and 2 right in there. So 1, 2. And we'll count it. So we know we played it right. Let's count 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And all that time I was holding the G chord. I'm sorry, C chord. So let's do it without the C chord. You'll hear that it sounds different. It's never going to sound that way. So that's why you want to hold the C chord. And when you try to use the C chord and your mind is used to hearing that, when you try to play the C, you're going to feel it's going to seem different. So that's why you want to hold that C chord as much as you can. If you get tired of holding the C chord, yes, you could just go ahead and here's another part you want to practice on. It's the same thing. You can start with the 1 and 2 again. 1, 1. Sorry, didn't go like that. And 2. There's another part in the song where you have to do that. So you have to switch down here, but it's the same picking pattern. You just move it down here, and you use the E, and you use the D string. I'll show you this one up here. It's the same thing, but you're gonna hit this time. You're gonna hit the E string and B string instead of plucking these two down here to start it. It's basically you're gonna pluck. See what I did? That you can do that 12 times in practice. And then to continue that through. Second part, see that? Part 1, part 2. So those are basically the 3 types of patterns you have to do. 1, One you start in the middle, and then in the song you'll have to do this pick pattern too. And we'll remember this one. We're going to pluck this one. Instead of plucking these two, you're plucking only this one up here with the E with the B. And then you're playing the D and the G. That was the first part. And then the second part is you finish that out. So I hope you were to follow along and I wasn't confusing in some of it. Most of it made sense to you. Good luck with it. And if you have any comments, let me know if I can help you out.